Hey, so I just wanted to get on here real quick. I wanted to talk about some real shit, man. Me and my wife were just driving back. We just dropped the boys off up north, but we were just driving back, and she was talking about some of like pretty much where we came from, right? And I thought it was super cool to be able to like reminisce about where we came through, what we went through to get where we are today, and I just wanted to share some of that story. So I remember when I started this journey, I was like, I had a moving company, had a bunch of employees, was doing really good, man. But I had a heart attack at 28. I was overweight, stressed out, really in a bad spot. And I decided at that point that I was going to sell that company to not have to deal with that stress, to not have to deal with that pain anymore. And so we got rid of that. And I was lost. That was like my baby, right? And so I was sitting there and I was like, fuck, what am I going to do with my life? And I had like this really bad depression state of like, what am I going to do? And so I actually relapsed on drugs at that time. I actually relapsed and on cocaine really bad for like 6 months, man. For 6 months, I just didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And my wife was like, listen, and she stuck with me through the whole thing, but she was like, listen, no matter what you're going through, this is not what we're doing. So you need to figure your shit out. And I did some like personal development stuff, and I went through some bullshit. And I decided at that time, I kind of looked back at my life of what I was doing in that moving company. And that gave me some kind of purpose. I was like, hey, what did I do inside this company that really I enjoyed? What was it? Why did that company grow so much? Why, like, what did you take out of that? And I think what I took out of that is there's two things I loved. I loved like bringing value, to people's lives. So like I had over 100 employee, all those people, I helped pay the bills at their home. I helped them get by. And I was able to affect those people in a positive way. I really enjoyed that. And I also really enjoyed doing my own marketing. That's how we grew. That's how we became as successful as we were, right? Was doing all of that. So I took that, and that's when I launched my marketing company, right? And I didn't know anything about marketing, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I could barely type on a keyboard. If you ask Calvin, if you ask anybody now, I misspell a lot of shit. I don't even know how to spell, man. I'm almost like dyslexic, right? And so I didn't really know what I was doing, but I like some days were great. Like I'd get in there and I'd get really passionate about it and I'd start building shit out. And then some days I'd hit roadblocks, man. Some days we'd lose customers or couldn't gain customers and we'd hit like this roadblock. And it just felt like I felt like giving up. I felt like quitting, right? Because we all go through that. We might start this journey. We all have a dream. Like I had a dream. Hey, let me do a marketing company. Let me build that up. Let me help people through. So I knew I didn't want a bunch of employees again. I definitely didn't want that. But I knew that if I helped small business owners, that they could have a bunch of employees and I could touch people in that way. And so like that was my dream. That was my vision. But how many times have you guys been in life? I know me personally, just last week, I was on the couch depressed, right? And so we go through these stages in life that 1 second we're doing really good and we feel positive about what we're doing. And the next second we're really down and out and we just don't know if what we're doing is working. We don't know if everything is worth it, right? And so like you go through those roadblocks, those stumbles and everything like that. And I've been through those as well, guys. And I constantly still go through those. Don't think that just because you get to a level that it stops. It doesn't stop. This is your mind. This is your mind telling you stories, and you got to separate those stories from facts. And we go through that day in and day out. And I'm no better than anybody here, anybody listening to this, but I just wanted to share my story of kind of where I come from and let you guys know that that's normal. That's normal to have those days that are down and out, and don't get down on yourself about it. Just get back up and be consistent, because with being consistent, it's the only thing that's brought me through. With getting back up on my feet after I get off that couch and coming back down here and going live with you guys and just taking action and doing it, or just starting to shoot more videos for another course, or just building that website, or just adding links to that site. That's what gets me through to that next step of that consistent action to where we are today, guys. And where we are today, like I was just looking at it, the 17th so far, we've done $217,000 in sales this month. And that's from that consistent action. So I thought it was really cool being able to sit down with my wife in the car and go through that. And we were just kind of going through our past and what we've been through, what we've came through. and what we had, what kind of stumble blocks we had to go through to get where we are today. It wasn't easy. It wasn't pretty, but I look at it now and it's the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to me. And so you guys just have to keep pushing. You got to keep grinding. You got to keep that consistent action day in and day out. Overcome your addictions, overcome yourself. And that's all it's been. It's overcoming me and me being able to get back to the drawing board, get back down here to the basement, get in front of a computer and just put action behind it. And some things you just don't know, guys. Like a lot of people, I see a lot of people that are, they say they want to do something, but they never put action behind it. And it's just you just have to overcome yourself. You just got to go in and do it. If you've ever wanted to shoot a live video, go and shoot a live video. I remember when I was scared as shit to shoot these live videos and to share myself and to be authentic. I was scared. I was scared of what everybody was going to think about me. I was scared about the outcome of that. I was scared about sharing my addiction of my past, right? Or sharing the fact that I've been to prison. I was scared of all that. I'm not scared anymore because I took action behind it and I've shared myself. And some people hate me and some people love me, and that's just what life is. And so today, I just want you guys to get out there to grind, be authentic, take action, understand that there's ups and downs in life. There's ups and downs in business. It's part of business. And all you have to do, guys, is get back to that drawing board, get back in front of that computer, get back to whatever you're doing. And let's just put a little bit more action behind it. And that journey is going to pay off. And that journey becomes beautiful. So it might not be beautiful to you today. You might be struggling financially. You might be whatever it may be. You might be going through a divorce. You might, because I went through one of those too. You might be, all this stuff might be happening to you, but understand that it's the journey that you're going to end up falling in love with in the long run. Like when I just had that talk with my wife, that was probably one of the most beautiful things, to be able to sit back and look at what we actually been through together and been able to overcome by just taking action and just being consistent in our day-to-day grind. So if you're on the couch right now, get up. Let's go put some work in today, guys. Much love. Love everybody. We'll talk to you guys later.